I'm out here today to go over a few different forms of divination that exist in our world today. Some of them are a little more common than others. Some of them are a little bit more accurate than others. The first one I'd like to talk about is the pendulum. Now, this pendulum was custom made for me. And pendulums can be specific if you have a photo or words for it to point to, but it is excellent for yes or no. And a lot of people will use the pendulum to get their yes or no, and then turn to something like your tarot cards or your oracle cards for a further answer. Now, tarot is going to give you a much more specific message than an oracle deck will, but your oracle cards are a lot easier to interpret based on the imagery and the words that are printed on the card than a lot of your tarot decks are going to be. I have many oracle decks. Another method is the dowsing rods. Now, dowsing rods you see a lot in paranormal investigation. They're also really great for yes or no's. They can narrow some things down, but you have to be very careful how you sit with these because the angle and slope of where you're sitting can influence the way the rods move. Another is going to be fire scrying, which you can do with just a candle flame, as well as smoke scrying, which you can get from a candle if it's producing smoke, or incense, things of that nature. The ones I don't have a physical example of right now are the smoke scrying. You have mirror scrying, crystal scrying, like with a crystal ball, and you also have camphor scrying, where you put the camphor into a bowl of water and you scry based on that. That is a form of divination. Reading tea leaves is not not something that I'm practiced at, but it also is a very powerful form of divination for those who have mastered that. There are so many forms of divination out there that you can get into, you can learn, and you can use to your advantage and the advantage of others. Now, Oracle and Tarot are the most common because honestly they're the easiest to get a hold of. Pendulums are becoming more easy to find. Dowsing rods you can get online. The other ones aren't thought of as much, but really you can run down to any store that sells candles and incense and do the same thing as the smoke scrying with those without having to go out of your way to get the supplies to do it.